with Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and her holders wobble wobble. This thought he's fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African twin, he spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. Finish the bottle when I hope then she a model. She in the mirror like a Showtime, the Apollo. Catch up the phone, now I pull up in the Tahoe. Thought it's boring, I ain't calling unless she swallow. She don't listen, I ain't tripping, she don't follow. Got another where he swerving all the potholes. Got another thought, he thinks she hit the lotto. She pop a perky, then she chase it with Moscato. This bitch is bad, she fucking all the drug dealers. I took his bitch and then I took his plug, nigga. Have her back, I'm getting to the bag, nigga. Bust in your house, I'm running through your stash, nigga. On the grand flashing all that cash, nigga. Part in my back, I'm counting all these stacks, nigga. Gucci duffel Louis on my ass, nigga. Hennessy and TNT, we blast, nigga. Ferragamo on my dress, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna link, I'm only out here for the night, baby. In Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me.
LeBron James. I need to talk to you, LeBron James. Let's get it.
She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. This whole insect, she fucking on the damn crew. Coming out of sight, she listen damn true.
I need to talk to him.
She ain't got no damn clue. Rolling O's and weed and smoking bamboo. Smoking gelato when the Tahoe smell the fucking jaw. She wanna ride with me cause we look like some movie stars. This thotty moving faster than a speeding car. Coming through the door with no panties on. Popping Molly's and you know she took a Zanny bar. Talking about a Mazda is a family car. I hit her with a curve, then the coup de grace. Zillow games, I'm shaking up the dice, baby. She wanna stay with me so we can make the night, baby. She wanna be with me so I can lay the pipe, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby.
For tonight.
I'm only out here for the night, baby. Ferragamo on my dress, I'm looking right, baby.
Looking right.
She wanna link, I'm only out here for the night, baby.
For tonight.
Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and her holders wobble wobble.
Wobble wobble.
Fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble.
Cobble wobble.
Swing, spin, hit the throttle.
Hit the throttle.
She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby.
Welcome to the check-in report, where you get your news, where you get your politics, trending topics. I'm not your homie, I'm the one and only Macaroni. Welcome to the show, y'all. I said welcome to the show, y'all. Today's topic, LeBron James welcomes Big Meech. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping work. Hallelujah. LeBron James welcomes a convicted drug dealer back into society and civilization.
Oh my God!
LeBron James welcomed a man who sold crack to single mothers, sold drugs to, deadbeat fathers. LeBron James welcomed home the man who put crack cocaine, who created crack cocaine babies. LeBron James, please tell me you didn't do that. Please tell me you didn't welcome home a man who created crack babies.
Oh my
Please tell me you didn't do that, sir. Salute to you, T Flacco. I don't do reaction videos to music anymore. Them days are over, man. I had a bum ass nigga hit me up a couple of weeks ago, requesting me to to review his songs. The dude was hounding me. I hit this man and I told him, listen, man, if you want me to give your music the proper push, I'll give it the prop. Let me just say this before we get into the main topic. But I'm just talking to the who is T Flacco, T Flocka, right? T Flocka, yeah. I had a bum ass nigga hit me up requesting me to review his songs, and I told him, listen, I don't do it anymore. That's not my forte. I don't do it anymore. I stopped doing those videos a long time ago. But I told him, listen, man, if you give a donation to the show, $100 donation, we'll do a full live. We'll showcase your music. We'll take the time out and we'll give you your music the proper placement, a full, 2 hours, 1 hour. All I'm requesting is $100 donation. The bum ass nigga didn't hit me back. I'll block that bum ass nigga. I'm allergic to bum ass niggas. I'm allergic to broke people. So when I'm referring to the person who hit me up to listen to their music. I'm just telling y'all why I don't review music anymore. I'm done with you unsigned rappers, you up and coming rappers and singers. I'm done with you. If you're not gonna put no money into the platform, if you're not gonna put no money into the show, then I can't rock with you anymore. I'm reviewing all of your music. None of you guys' music is copyrighted. You don't own the beats. You don't own the soul samples. You don't own none of it. You're just posting music, and then I put it on my YouTube platform. Then I get like 3, 4, 5, 16 copyright strikes. It's a headache. I'm done with it. Unless you're gonna put some money into the platform, I'm done with it. I'm not doing any more music reviews. Them days are over. But back to the topic at hand. I just want to respond to Flacco here, because Flacco he was asking me about reviewing music. I just want to get that off my chest. But today's topic, we're talking about LeBron James welcoming home a man who created crack babies. He had a lot of single mothers strung out on crack cocaine. When people talk of Big Meech, they talk of the good times. They talk about him buying bottles. They talk about him, they talk about him buying bottles. They talk about him, everybody in the club was throwing money. They talk about the good times, the fancy cars, the jewelry, the women, the lavish spending. But they don't talk about all of the mothers that got strung out on crack cocaine. They don't talk about all of the crack babies. They don't talk about all of the men that lost their jobs because they were, addicted to a drug. We romanticize the drug dealer. We create fairy tales on the drug dealers, when in all reality, these are the people that are bringing down our community.
Oh my God!
And it bothered me. I'm gotta be honest. Let me put it up on the screen. It bothered me, LeBron. It bothered me to see you welcoming home. And listen, if Big Meech is no longer, living that lifestyle, no longer glorifying it, I commend him. But if he comes back out into society and he's glorifying his drug dealer past, glorifying his, selling drugs to single mothers and tearing down communities, then we got to pack him up, bro. We got to pack him up. Now, somebody said it's a rumor. Well, it's not a rumor. It actually happened. Here it is right here. Here is the proof.
Fire! 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 Fire!
It's the proof. And the proof is in the pudding. Salute to King of Kings. Salute to King of Kings. Yeah, man, it kind of disgusts me to see LeBron welcoming home a convicted drug dealer. Like, honestly, like, LeBron James, let me talk to you for a second, sir. We look at you and your family and a few other black celebrities as black excellency, right? And, a lot of people have been questioning black excellency. They see how, Diddy and, his downfall, how he lost his billionaire status, and they were saying he was the black excellency to its finest. Kanye West, he was a billionaire. They stripped him of that billionaire status. So for me, I kind of don't really believe in the whole black excellency, because if society and the people who have given you these titles and the people who have awarded you this luxury lifestyle and the billionaire status and the lifetime Nike deal, the people that have given you that, if you don't, if you go off of script, they'll strip you of these things. So does black excellency really exist? Well, maybe we'll talk about that at another date. But when it comes to LeBron James, we look at you as black excellency. What you should be championing, LeBron James, is black women that are educators in society. You should be championing, hardworking black men that go to work a 9-to-5. You should be championing black men and women that are scientists, engineers, men that even men who have had hard lifetime, like hard upbringings where maybe they have a sketchy past, but now they're speaking against that past, and they want to, give, they want to show black men like them another way. These are the types of men you should be welcoming home. These are the types of people you should be, placing on a platform, not a person who created crack babies.
Oh my
Salute to Angela. I see Angela is in the building. Salute to Angela. Yeah, it bothered me to see LeBron champion a man who sold crack to the communities. A lot of mothers were strung out. If some of you are old enough to remember the crack epidemic. How many of you are old enough in here to remember the crack epidemic? Young women out there, they lost their souls. They went out there, they sold their bodies, trafficked their bodies. Hard-working 9-to-5 men said, you know what? I'm tired of working this 9-to-5. I'm tired of being a provider to my family. I am going to go out there and smoke rock for the rest of my life. Young babies out in the streets with no shoes. Pampers filled up to the brim with excrement. The crack epidemic dealt a hard blow to the black community. LeBron James, you are sitting on your platform welcoming this man home?
Fire! 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 Fire!
I can't stand for that. I can't roll with that. I can't rock with that. And LeBron James, you're a family man. Let's get this straight. LeBron James is not he's not yeah. LeBron James is not Ja Morant type of player. Where he wants to have 1 foot in the streets and 1 foot in the league. He's not one of these types of players. LeBron James is a family man. He just recently got his son an NBA contract. He's a family man. He's about his family. He's about, being that type of dude, a stand-up dude for his family. And there's nothing wrong with that. I respect that. LeBron James, why are you championing and why are you welcoming home back a drug dealer? Why are you doing that? And I want to put this in perspective. Let's put this in perspective. You see how LeBron promotes negativity to the black community? He'll sit here and champion a big Meech. He'll sit here and champion a drug dealer who sold drugs his whole life, but he won't speak at length about what's going on in the country. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but there's a certain country that is a lot of people are, there's a certain country out there that, let's just say it's a country out there that is at war with a terrorist organization, and there's a community that is speaking out against that country. You don't hear LeBron James, talking at length about that. You don't hear LeBron James, outside of, wearing a t-shirt. Black Lives Matters t-shirt, outside of doing that. And I'm not saying LeBron James has never supported these movements, but I mean, he hasn't really, he has, a couple protests, he showed his face. That's good for him. But LeBron James, I'm just requesting of you to do more. I'm requesting of you to be a better and a positive role model. Come on, LeBron James. You know damn well you shouldn't be welcoming Big Meech home. That's not a lifestyle that you would promote to your sons, to your daughters. But you're sitting on a platform welcoming. Now listen, if Big Meech has changed his life, and I want to make this clear. If Big Meech has changed his life and he's going to come back outside into society and he's going to show society that he wants to be a productive citizen, and he wants to talk to young men and talk to them about the trials and tribulations of the streets, and he wants to try to help young men, then I want to commend Big Meech. But we haven't seen that. That has yet to be determined. For all we know, Big Meech probably wants to get back in the game, for all we know.
Oh my God!
For all we know, Big Meech could have his connect on speed dial right now. For all we know, Big Meech could try to get back into the game. He could try to get BMF back together. Get Young Jeezy in the video, Blue Da Vinci. For all we know, Big Meech might try to get back in the game. This is a guy you're platforming, LeBron James?
Oh my God!
I'm having a problem with it. I severely, give me a second, y'all, because I think I want to put a poll in the chat. Give me a second. I'm gonna try to put a poll in the chat. I should have put it in the chat, but I just want to know how you guys are feeling about that. How do you guys feel about Big Meech? Damn, why I can't put it in here? Y'all give me a second. Damn, bro. Nah, I can't do it. Shit. Yeah, I wanted to put a poll in the chat, but just forget it. I won't put the poll in the chat. But like I said, LeBron is a family man. Let me just show you pictures of him and his family. Beautiful family, beautiful family. LeBron James, you wouldn't want this lifestyle for Bronny James. You wouldn't want that lifestyle for Bryce. You wouldn't want that lifestyle for your daughter. You wouldn't want your daughter when she comes of age to date. You wouldn't want her dating a guy that promotes that or is living that type of lifestyle. So why are you promoting that Negro that sold drugs to single mothers and hardworking men and created crack babies?
Oh my God!
You wouldn't promote that to your young daughter. Do y'all honestly think LeBron James would allow his sons to go out there on a corner and sell rock? Go out there and cook up a crack with baking soda? Do y'all really think he would let them do that? Do you really think he would let his daughter date a man that was living that type of lifestyle? But LeBron James, you're on a platform welcoming a man home that created crack babies. I mean, where's the responsibility? Where's the accountability? LeBron James, we look at you as a role model. A lot of people look at you as a black superhero, somebody to look up to, somebody to emulate, be like, a role model to young black men. What does that say to young black men when you're welcoming home a drug dealer?
Oh my
I just want to know. I just want to know. Big Meech, you know, I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover, whipping work. Hallelujah. Let me look that up. Big Meechy. Big Meechy. You know? Big Meech, you know, that's his son. Let me pull him on. Let me pull Big Meech up, you know? Big Meechy. Yeah, man. He was selling crack to single mothers, you know? And that's another people. That's the thing that I have to stress that point, because when people talk about drug dealing, they only want to talk about, you know, the good stuff. They only want to talk about the cars, the flashiness. You know, they only want to talk about the flair. They don't want to talk about, you know, they don't want to talk about, you know, the hard times. They don't want to talk about the sketchiness of the deals. They don't want to talk about the families that were destroyed due to people taking drugs. They don't want to talk about the rehab centers, the failed attempts at rehab centers. They don't want to talk about, you know, family members being strung out. They don't want to talk about, you know, the children that are affected by it. You know, children, you know, being, you know, listen, like, if you're from the black community, you know the stories. You know the stories, the horror stories that the crack epidemic did to the black community. You absolutely know the stories. Children out on the streets with no shoes, unattended to, mothers in crack houses, hard-working men reduced to nothing. Smoking on a glass pipe. This is the man that LeBron is welcoming home, Big Meech. This is absolutely lunacy. And you got to think about all of the prominent black men in our society. Think about all the prominent black men in our society. All of the prominent black men in our society. The doctors, the educators, right? The people that are on the front lines fighting for for black people to have equal plight in this country. All of the great people that LeBron could have put on his Twitter and said, I want to showcase this person because this is a great man, this is a great woman. All of the people, all of the black women that are out there every day working a 9-to-5, hardworking women. All of the black men that go to a 9-to-5, work hard on their jobs. All of the people that are working hard in their communities. And this is the person you choose to put on a platform, LeBron?
Oh my
Steve says, who cares? I don't idolize athletes. This is not about idolizing athletes. This is about taking accountability. Taking accountability when you've been been awarded certain status in a community, you have a responsibility to your community. You have a responsibility to your community. Do you think, let me just put this on the table, since you don't think it's important or who cares or whatever. And I expect, you're probably black. You probably don't care. You probably don't care to see black kids shooting at each other in the streets. You probably don't care to see black mothers strung out on drugs. Which makes me question, what do you care about? You don't care about your community. You don't care about what's being promoted to your community. You just don't care. So what do you care about? But back to what I'm saying here. When you've been awarded certain status in your community, you owe it to your community. Do you think prominent people, because make no mistake, LeBron James is a prominent black man in the black community. He's a prominent black man. he may be numero uno in terms of prominent black men now that they've gotten Diddy up out of here and they're trying to attach Jay-Z to that name, Diddy. Right now LeBron James, he might be numero uno prominent black man right now. And you're telling me that a prominent black man is promoting a drug dealer coming back home? Do you think prominent Jewish men in their community are promoting people that sold drugs to people that look like them? Do you think prominent Chinese men in their community, do you think that they are celebrating a man who sold drugs to their community? How about Saudis? Do you think the Saudis, prominent men, those oil tycoons, those men that own those oil reserves in their countries, do you think that they're going to welcome home a drug dealer that sold drugs to their community and ruin people's lives, ruin children's lives? Do you think that they are going to platform that man? That's what I'm here to ask.
Oh my God!
But you're telling me you don't care. You're telling me I don't idolize athletes. I don't care. You should care. There are millions of black boys that look up to LeBron. They look at LeBron as a role model. They look at LeBron as a superhero. And he got on Twitter and he welcomed home a drug dealer back home. And you telling me you don't care? That's the problem right there with our community. Nobody cares. It's a cesspool of people not caring. I don't care that you sell drugs in my community. I don't care that all of our kids are gang members and they're shooting at one another. I don't care that we have a bad education system in our community. Then I have to ask you, if you're a part of the black community and you don't care about this, you don't care about that, you don't care about what's being promoted, what do you care about?
Oh my God!
Salute to Mark Motley in the building. Salute to Mark Motley. I see you in the building. What's good, sir?
Fire! 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 Fire!
You know? If you don't care that LeBron is selling, and I'm not gonna say he's promoting Big Meech, but he is platforming him, because there's probably going to be a lot of young men that are not well versed on BMF. Maybe they've seen the show and they're just curious on the real man, and they want to see the man attached to the lore. Right? And now a lot of young men that are probably basketball players that have hoop dreams, they're going to look into this man and they're going to say, oh, Big Meech. Remember, Big Meech, as of yet, we have not seen Big Meech, tell young men that, listen, selling drugs is not the lifestyle. This is not what you should do. And I want to give Big Meech just a little bit of slack, just because we don't know what his message is going to be. Big Meech possibly could come out of jail. He's released now. I believe he's in a halfway house right now. But he could possibly, go on platforms or create his own platform and tell young men, listen, young men, I sold drugs. I created crack babies in our communities. I sold drugs to single mothers. I sold drugs to hardworking black men. I destroyed families. I destroyed human beings. I destroyed our community. I want to tell you, young men, to stay out of the streets. Don't sell drugs. You're only going to end up two places, dead or in jail. If Big Meech came out with that type of message, I could respect it. I could respect it, and I could say, you know what, I respect it. I think LeBron should have that Big Meech on the podcast, on the shop, I believe it's called. They should have him on the shop. He should talk to young men about his life. and try to steer young men away from that lifestyle. If Big Meech has that story, then I'm all for LeBron promoting him and platforming him. But until Big Meech comes out and denounces his former street life, denounces selling drugs, denounces BMF, then a prominent black man like LeBron James should not be platforming him.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Oh, Sinclair's in the building. What's up, Sinclair? Sinclair's in the building. What's up, Sinclair? And like I said, listen, some of you, like I said, some of you are old enough to remember the crack epidemic. Big Meech was a participant in the crack epidemic. You got to think about all of those mothers. Think about, it's gruesome. Think about all of those young mothers before crack hit those urban communities, right? Before crack hit those urban communities, those young black women, probably a single mother, working as hard as she can to provide for her kids. She probably got a little, job, working a 9 to 5, doing everything she can. Maybe she likes to party on the weekends every now and then, have somebody babysit. When crack hit the urban community, that drug brought all of these people down. It brought them down to the gutters. It brought them down to filth. Those single mothers that were working hard, had a 9 to 5 job, it reduced them to nothing. Those same women, they said, you know what? I am no longer going to go to this job. I'm going to go out and smoke rock all day. I don't care if my baby eats another meal. I don't care if my child is going to school on time. I don't care about the well-being of myself or my children. I don't care if the rent is paid, the mortgage is paid. I'm going to take that TV that's in the living room and I'm going to sell it at a pawn shop to get more rock. I'm going to smoke rock and smoke rock. And when I run out of money, I'm going to go on a corner and sell my body for the rock. It reduced women to nothing. This was a man at the forefront. Big Meech was at the forefront. Tearing down young men, tearing down young women, tearing down young communities, tearing down children. This is the man you are welcoming home?
Oh my God!
I'm just saying, listen, man. It ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of correction. LeBron needs some correction right now. LeBron James is a black billionaire. We don't have a lot of black billionaires. LeBron James is a prominent black man. This is not NBA YoungBoy. This is not Kodak Black. This is not Ja Morant. This is LeBron James. This is a family man. 2 sons, 1 daughter. Do you think he would allow his family or people in his family, whether it be his sons or his daughter, to deal with an individual like Big Meech? I'm just saying this. When you're a prominent person in a community, right? And I know I saw what that person said earlier. I don't worship athletes, but it's not about worshiping athletes. It's not about worshiping people at all. I just want you. I want all of you, right? And I'm going to expose the problem in a second. But I want all of you to look at every other community. I'm hoping that majority of the people in here we have in here is black, because I want to talk directly to the black community, because maybe this may wake up some of you, it may wake up some of you and have you really think about this. I want you to put this in perspective. Look at all of the prominent people in other communities, whether it be the Jewish community, whether it be the Middle Eastern community, whether it be the Asian community, whether it be the white community. The prominent men in these racist communities, they are not promoting drug dealers. They're not platforming drug dealers. They look at these people as leeches to society, leeches to their community. You think a prominent Asian man is going to platform an Asian that is selling drugs in his community? Do you honestly think that? You honestly think, one of those rich tycoon, oil tycoons in Saudi, that's a prominent man in his society, do you honestly think he is going to platform a drug dealer? And I said I was going to wake this up to see what the problem is. This is what the problem is. This is what the problem is. When you look at all of these different communities, and you realize that they're not, showcasing and platforming drug dealers and, platforming leeches to their society. You know why that is? Because only in the black community, the prominent people in the black community are all entertainers. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, let me wake this up. The prominent people in the black community are all entertainers. When you look at every other community, the prominent people in their communities are not entertainers. They're businessmen. They're businessmen. They're businessmen. They're world leaders. They're movers and shakers. They're not entertainers. They're not dunking a basketball, rapping on stage, singing, throwing a football. They're businessmen. They're world leaders. They're tycoons. They're intellectuals, college educated. Only in the black community is where we have prominent black men that are all entertainers. I'm just saying, me personally, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Me personally, I'm disgusted at this. I really am. I'm disgusted at this. I'm disgusted that LeBron would take his platform. And listen, some of you may think it's not a big deal. He just, maybe LeBron was in the club back in 2003 and, Big Meech sent him a bottle and he just wants to commemorate him and, give him a shout out. Yeah, I don't give a damn. All right. LeBron James, this is not 2003. This is not 2004. I don't care if Big Meech sent you a bottle back in 2004. You are a prominent black man. We don't need one of the only prominent black men in our society welcoming home a leech to society, welcoming home a leech to our community.
Oh my God!
Oh, we got Jadero in the building. What's good, Jadero? I see Jadero in the building. We don't need LeBron James doing that. He has a responsibility to that young black boy on the basketball court wanting to be like him. He has a responsibility to that young girl in the inner city saying, I want my son to be like that, or I want to aspire to be as great as LeBron James. He owes more to the community. He has a responsibility to those young black men looking up to him. Now, like I said, I'm going to keep saying it because it's very important. If Big Meech denounces BMF, denounces selling crack cocaine, and drugs to the black community, if he denounces the street life, if he denounces it all, if he denounces all forms of niggerism,
Oh my God!
I said if Big Meech denounces all forms of niggerism,
Oh my
then we could celebrate Big Meech. Then we could, listen, we could have him on all the podcasts. Listen, put him on the shop. Put him on $1 million worth of game. Put him on all the hip hop platforms. Put him on all the podcasts. Have him do interviews, showcase him. Let him go to all the schools in the country and talk to the young men. He could be a powerful voice if he denounces all forms of his former life. But until he does that, he is a leech to the black community.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Until Big Meech denounces all forms of the street life, he is a pariah. He is a leech to our communities. Make no mistake about it. And let me say this. Salute to Kevin. Kevin says, where can we call in? I'm working on a call-in line very soon. Stay tuned. Maybe in the next month you'll probably see me having a call-in line. All right, just stay tuned. We're gonna implement the call-in line very soon. So stay tuned for that. We're working on that. But I don't want to lose my train of thought here. In terms of Big Meech, he's a pariah to our communities. He's a pariah, and he's a leech to our communities. And he needs to be treated as such. What I wanted to say is that this is very important. That we've seen this movie before, right? We've seen this movie before of an old drug dealer wanting to, regain his status, wanting to, live his former life. Alpo Martinez. We've seen that movie before. We've seen it before, Alpo got out of jail, wanted to live his former glory, He was out there jet setting, riding in the newest cars. I think I saw a video with him in Harlem on a bike before, running around Harlem. Allegedly, he was smashing all the young chicks out in Harlem. He was out there still selling drugs, Allegedly, they found drugs in his car when he got shot. When he lost his life, he was throwing drugs out of the car. The man was still knee deep in that life. Now listen, I don't know what Big Meech is going to do when he hits the streets. I don't know what he's going to do. He may have changed his life, but if he's going to do what Alpo did, we cannot accept him back in our community. He's broken too many homes. He's too many single mothers have lost their livelihoods, lost their lives. Lives have been destroyed. We can't allow him to just come back into society and just receive him with welcoming arms or after all he's destroyed. We can't do that.
Oh my
We can't do that. We can't do that. We cannot allow that to happen, and let me just show this again. Hold on. Just show this one more time. Oh, did I? Okay, yeah, here we go. Like I said, this is a family man. LeBron James, I want you to promote this. This is what you, instead of welcoming Big Meech home, this is what you should be, you should be, welcoming, welcoming. Well, I'm not going to say you're not welcoming your son. You are looking out for your son, but you should be posting more about your son in the league. You should be posting on Twitter about you going to your little daughter's recital. You should be posting on Twitter about you and your lovely wife's your lovely wife anniversary. You should be on Twitter posting about your other son, at his basketball practice. I don't want to see you welcoming washed up drug dealers back home, LeBron. I don't want to see it no more.
Oh my
This is what I want to see more of. I want to see more of this. More of this. More of this. Look, you and your lovely wife. This is what I want to see, LeBron. I don't want to see you welcoming washed up drug dealers from circa 2020, from circa 2004 with baggy jeans and long black tees. BMF life, BMF. Everybody in the club had a bottle. Everybody in the club had a car. Everybody. I don't want to see you, champion that. I want to see you champion being a prominent black man. Stop welcoming home drug dealers, LeBron. You're better than that. You're better than that, sir. You're better than that. You're better than that. But what do you guys think? Am I going a little too hard on LeBron? Should I cut LeBron a little bit of slack? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. I'm looking at the chat. Am I going too hard on LeBron, or should I cut him a little slack? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, man. I'm looking at the chat. Am I going too hard? Should I cut LeBron some slack? Maybe Big Meech sent him a bottle back in 2003, 2004, and he just wanted to, give him back a shout out, or, maybe it's just, maybe it's not that deep. Maybe I'm just going too hard. Maybe. Let me know. Parrish Wallace says, "Oh, so a drug dealer can't be a prominent man? Absolutely not." Drug dealers are leeches to society. Drug dealers are bringing down communities. They've broken homes. They've ruined lives. There's no such thing as a prominent drug dealer. There never was. There never will be. Gorilla says, "I think too much is expected out of a rich basketball player. His opinions aren't that important." Listen, I agree, but I also disagree, because, like I said, we don't have a lot of prominent, black billionaires in our community. And, like I said, that's almost like the problem. The problem with, somewhat of the problem in the black community is that, the prominent people in our communities are all entertainers. Think about it. I want anybody in here to name 5 black scientists. Go right now. Name 5 black scientists. Right now, current day, 5 black scientists. You can't do that? How about this? Name 5 black astronauts. Name 5 black astronauts. You can't do that? Okay, well, name 5 black. How about this? Name 5 black professors. Name 5 black professors. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. The people that we are championing in our communities are all entertainers. And the thing about entertainers are most of them are not highly educated. Most of them are, can dribble a basketball real well, can rhyme words real well on a beat, can sing well, but they're not educators. They're not intellectuals. Yeah, we got one. You got Neil deGrasse Tyson. Okay. Karen Hunter. Karen Hunter, Donald Harris. I said, yeah, okay. Now remember, all 3 people answered, but all of them answered one person. I said I wanted 3. Name 3. Y'all all gave me 1. Y'all gave me 1 each. I wanted all of y'all to give me 3 each. This nigga Jadaro said Spike Lee. Spike Lee is a filmographer. He's a filmographer. He's not no scientist or nothing like that. Okay, Cornell West. Okay, that's a professor. Okay. Samuel L. Jackson. We talking about the actor? I'm just saying, like, if you ask, the black community as a whole, we don't necessarily know these people. We don't necessarily you ask, the average black person respectfully, they probably wouldn't know that you wouldn't know three current day black scientists, right? They wouldn't know 3 current day black professors. And I'm not saying every black person. I don't like to generalize. There's plenty of black people that go to college that can name black professors. I'm sure there's plenty of black people that can name 3 scientists. But I'm saying, majority, and that's not indicative. Let me also say this: that's not indicative of the black community. That's indicative of all communities. Because if you grab 3 white people in rural white America and you ask them about 3 white scientists, they will be scratching their heads as well. So that's not indicative of the black community. The issue is that these are the prominent people in our society. These are the prominent people in our communities. In the white community, they have prominent people. They have scientists. They have educators. They have businessmen that are at the top of their society. If you look at other communities, they have educators, they have scientists, they have businessmen that are at the top of their societies. When it comes to the black community, all we have is educators at the top of our society.
Oh my God!
Sinclair said Thomas Sowell. Motley says, I know several professors. My wife was one, but now it didn't. Oh, that's dope, bro. Like I said, listen, I didn't say not one black person. And like I said, it's not indicative of just the black community. If you go into the white community, majority of people in the white community are not going to name 3 scientists, so I'm not making that an indictment on the black community. I'm making that an indictment, all around to, just as far as American society. But I want you guys to realize what the issue is. Forget about naming a black scientist or naming a black professor just for 1 second. The point that I'm trying to make is, this is the point. When you look at other communities, the people at the top of the food chain, the movers and shakers, the influential people in their society, the people that call the shots, the people that are prominent in their society. When you look at the white community, when you look at the Asian community, when you look at the Saudi community, when you look at these other different communities, they don't have a bunch of entertainers at the top of of that prominent role. It's only in the black community that you see that. That's the point that I'm trying to get at. That's the point that I'm trying to for y'all to see. Forget about naming 3 black scientists or 3 black professors. I'm trying to show y'all that educators are the entertainers are the prominent people in our society, and it's part of the problem. You know, we have entertainers at the top of our high, at the top of our prominent roles in our society, and that's the problem. It's the problem. But let me know what you guys think, man. Let me know what you guys think. I saw Jadero said, "Nah, I'm not wrong for it." I don't think I'm wrong for it. I don't think I'm off basis for it. I think that I'm right on schedule. I think I'm right. I think I'm on topic with this one. I really do. I think that LeBron owes it to all of those young black men that look up to him. Absolutely. He absolutely owes it to them to not be shouting out, drug dealers, And to be a drug dealer, you have to be heartless. That's what you guys have to realize as well. To be a drug dealer, you have to be heartless. You have to be heartless. For you to be a drug dealer, you have to put your needs, your wants over the people that look like you, over your society, over your community. You have to put your needs and your wants over every single body. Drug dealers, they sold drugs to single mothers, hardworking men, sometimes even kids. Think about the days before schools were drug-free zones. Those drug dealers, giving strung out kids drugs on, those things happened. For the drug dealers that haven't repented for those things, for the drug dealers that have not denounced that former lifestyle, I think that they owe it to society. They owe it to the black community to apologize for what they did. And there's a lot of young men. There's a lot of men that were, sold drugs back then that have been apologetic about, what they've done to their communities, what they've done to their people. There have been men that have been apologetic for what they realized the pain that they caused. They realized what they did to their communities, So I think that, I think apology should be in order. Absolutely. Yeah, if you sold drugs to your community, you are a sellout. Make no mistake about that. If you sold drugs in your community, you are a sellout. I don't want to hear you talk about a white supremacist officer. I don't want to hear you talk about a judge, a white racist judge in the courthouse, giving you a higher charge than the white counterparts. I don't want to hear how, the system was bringing you down and you didn't have a choice. You are a sellout. If you sold drugs. Now listen, if you just sold some marijuana, you just sold a little bit of Reggie in your community, I'm not holding that against you. You sold a little bit of Reggie in your community, I'm not holding that against you. Right? I'm talking about crack cocaine. I'm talking about hard drugs that had people selling their kitchen their kitchen silverware, drugs that had people pulling out their TVs and selling it at pawn shops, drugs that had babies shoeless in the streets. I'm talking about drugs like that. If you were selling drugs like that to your community, you are a sellout.
Oh my God!
You were a sellout. Make no mistake about it. You were a sellout. No. Somebody said drugs are drugs. No, drugs are not drugs. Look at the history of drugs. If you look at the history of marijuana, marijuana was the only reason that marijuana is looked at what was looked at the way it was looked at is because there was a person back in the day that was petitioning to get marijuana. You know, he was talking about how marijuana makes black people wants to sexually assault white women and all of this jazz. You know, it was a huge smear campaign on marijuana, and it was all because a man he wanted to stop hemp, you know, to stop that to being used as a natural resource because he was competing. I forgot what he was using. It might have been wool or I don't know something, some type of fabric. He was competing against hemp, and he wanted to just stop the whole marijuana thing. So he created a whole smear campaign to stop that. You know, and then of course it was the whole smear campaign of black men and, you know, assaulting white women and stuff like that. So it got a real bad reputation. That's the only reason that marijuana is looked at the way it was looked at. But it was, you know, throughout history, you can see people smoking weed and you know, the effects of it. You know, it's relatively a harmless drug. But when you start talking about hard drugs like opium, heroin, cocaine, these are drugs that destroy people's lives.
Oh my
Yeah, those are drugs that destroy people's lives. There you go. Sinclair know what I'm talking about. Reefer madness. Absolutely. It was a whole smear campaign to criminalize weed. Yeah. So, you know, drugs are not just drugs. There are drugs that are, and you know, I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke weed. I don't do any drugs. I remember one time I was in a club. Jadero was with me. I was in a club. I want to know if Jadero remember this story. This is the first time I was ever offered Molly. Anybody know the drug Molly? Jadero was with me. I was in a club back in the day. What was the name of that club? If Jadero's in the building, yo, Jadero, what was the name of that club? What was the name of that club? I forgot the name of that club. It was in Brooklyn. Yeah, but that was the first time I was ever offered a Molly. Somebody came up to me offering me Molly. I looked at that nigga like he was crazy. Molly? I've only took Vicodin maybe 3 times. That was only because I had surgery. I had eye surgery. Many years ago, I had eye surgery, and they prescribed me Vicodin, and I took it maybe like twice because the pain was so unbearable. But I gotta tell you, when I took it, I felt like absolute excrement. I felt like shit when I took it. I really did. I felt like I drunk like 30 or 40 beers and smoked hookah all night. It did not make me feel good. And I was just like, yo, if this is what taking pills is like, I don't want nothing. I don't like this feeling. This is not good.
Oh my
You know, I don't like that feeling of like, don't get me wrong, I like to sip a little bit. I like to drink a little bit. But when I sip and when I drink, I like to have all my faculties in order. I don't like to be sloppy drunk. I don't like to be falling over, throwing up and all of that and doing all of that. That's how Vicodin made me feel. It made me feel sloppy. It made me feel like a sloppy drunk. So that's why I was always like, I was never really into that. I was never into the pills. I was never into none of that. I was never into any of that type of drugs. Another friend of mine, he told me he did cocaine. He said he was with a young lady and he did cocaine. I was looking at him like he was crazy. I knew this nigga my whole life. He talking about he did cocaine just because a girl pressured him to do it. I looked at that nigga like he was crazy. So, so I mean that's been my drug experience. I've never been into pills. I've never done any pills. I've smoked weed before, but I've never been into that type of stuff. Never been into that type of stuff. Yeah, man. Never been into that type of stuff. Nah, man. Somebody said, "How am I a junkie?" Y'all just sound stupid, man. Y'all sound stupid. Getting prescribed medication for surgery does not make you a junkie. I took 3 pills. I probably had 15. I only took 3 and I discarded it because I didn't like the way it felt. But I'm a junkie. What sense does that make? I literally took it and said, "No, I don't like the way this feels. I can't do this." Think about, I was in excruciating pain. I was in really bad shape. I was in excruciating pain, and I still said I didn't want to do it. I still said I didn't want to do it. I mean, I think if anything, that doesn't make me a junkie. If anything, yeah, man. Yeah, you're just trolling in here, bro. We're probably gonna get you up out of here, man. You in here trolling? Yo, get that nigga up out of here. What's that nigga name? Kush boy. Get him up out of here. He's like, I don't got time for annoying people today. I got to be honest with you. I don't have time for the annoying people today. Got to be honest. But that's all I really wanted to say. I just want to talk about this topic, y'all. I just wanted to talk about this topic. It was weighing heavy on me. Want to know what you guys thought of the story. But that's all. That's all. I may do another live. I'm thinking about it. I wanted to do a political live, but I didn't really know what much to talk about. There's nothing really there's a couple of rallies. Usher did a rally with for Kamala, and Lizzo did a rally. I didn't really think they said anything important, so I didn't really go into that. But yeah, I may do another live. I'm gonna see how that works out. See how that works out. Give me 1 second. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. But with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think of this story, though. Let me know what you guys think of this story in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Salute to all the mods. Salute to Sinclair. Salute to Motley. Salute to Jadero. Salute to all the mods in there tonight. What time is it? 11. I may do another live. What the Sinclair? Sinclair said, wait, Usher, the guy who said he doesn't like politics? Yeah, he Usher was on the campaign trail for Kamala.
Oh my God!
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I may get on live and do a breakdown of Usher. Bum 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 bum. I wanted to see Usher perform at the Kamala Harris rally. I did. I wanted him to do like renditions of his song, but implement Kamala. Like, that song of Usher, "What y'all know about her? Supermodel." I wanted him to put a Kamala Harris spin on it and be like, "What y'all know about Kamala Harris? Fresh out the White House stall, buy her own bottle. Look, pimp juice, I give you one." I wanted him to do renditions of his song, but implement Kamala. I'm at the poll with my homies, about to vote for Kamala Harris. The homies about to chill. Like, I wanted him to do like, yeah, but put Kamala in it. Then gotta let it burn, gotta let it burn, gotta let it burn, gotta let it burn. I wanted him to put Kamala Harris and gotta let it burn. Gotta vote for Kamala, gotta vote for, like, I wanted him to like do that. Like all of his songs. You remind me of Kamala Harris. Wanna vote for you. Think about you make me wanna vote for Kamala Harris. I wanted him to do that on stage.
Oh my God!
All right, man. I'm out of here, man. Yeah, I may come back on later, man. I'm gonna let you. I'll let you guys know. I'll put it in the community section and let you guys know. But y'all guys have a good night. Salute to Angela. Salute to Sinclair. Salute to Daryl. Salute to all the mods. Salute to Motley. I'll see you guys on the next live. We are out. Toodles.
Fire!